Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Brakia, 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 Braknawa, Braknawa, Braknawa.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Makim. We're the brothers of GMS, the branch here in Chicago, with our honored guest from the Mighty Lions from Detroit. Giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all our fellow laborers out there on the battlefield doing this work with truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. And to the hopefully elect and the Aquafium that are listening and learning. Real quick, we're gonna go into the topic. Start with the mark of the beast. All right, but I got a couple quick scriptures to read. And this is dedicated to a couple of niggards. But this is Proverbs 21 and 16, and it reads, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead."
Damn.
And there's some dead cats out there, man. They walking around. They zombies. They literally out of Walking Dead, man, teaching blasphemous things that they don't have one precept to back up what the hell they talking about, and not one of their men could teach it again.
All right? They don't teach.
Yeah, so that's a one-shot deal. Because if you ask me for that breakdown again, right?
Okay. Ask any one of his men, give me 4 precepts, like Isaiah 28, 9 through 13 says, the precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, to prove the doctrine. All right. Then just ask any one of his minions, break down, no filibuster, precept. I don't want to hear your talk.
Nah, you don't hear that filibuster. All right. All right. So behind a raw ass beat. Here, this is another one. This is Proverbs 20 and 17. It says, the bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel, like them fools that was falling down that damn hill. Because a lot of them fools, they nose was busted. It was dirt in their nostrils and their mouths. They had broken ankles and broken legs and shit. Right, and that's how, and you know, it's right. Goofy ass Edomites that was doing some sort of cheese roll or some stupid shit. But that's how these guys are with this gravel in their mouth.
You said wait a minute. You said Edomite.
Right. That's what these guys doctrine. These guys' doctrine is right. These fools is goofy.
It's changing and flipping.
They're running down the hill chasing a thing of cheese, getting their ass whooped all the way down the hill. Chasing the cheese been gone. You saw the cheese beat them down the hill a long time ago.
Yeah, but this is how.
Yeah, that's America falling. Exactly.
And it's their doctrine flipping. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's right.
Hey, bring it out, brother. While that's playing, bring it out.
This is the rock down.
Just let them flip. Look at her, mouth full of gravel.
And she fucked up. She there. Motherfuckers getting
right. Yeah, the heel getting medical attention at the bottom.
Broke her shit.
Dumbass fucking eater. She got the cheese though. Stupid ass. And the dirty ass cheese that rolled all in the mud. Look at this shit, man. And that's how some of these niggas doctrine is.
Yep.
Right there. Talking with their hands and feet. Look at that. That nigga was beat. He was, you see how he was damn near unconscious.
That's some good ass cheese, huh?
That cheese must be well, he getting his ass whooped for that cheese. So God damn.
Yeah,
right.
You know what, throw that in there.
I can actually understand.
Right. Yeah, I might have to do a couple of flips for the yacht.
But yeah, man. So anyway, these guys, I'm gonna read that again. It says, the bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterward his mouth shall be filled with gravel. And you saw that bitch had a face and a mouth full of dirt, man. Mm-hmm. Nose is busted. Look at this dude. His leg broke. These niggas is out their goddamn mind, man. Damn, he took a harder beat and looked like Mike Tyson with his ass. Hey, some of them dudes gonna talk funny after this, man.
Some of these motherfuckers gonna be dead after this. You can hit your, bust your shit and break it the wrong goddamn way, man. You got that one, Matati, go ahead.
This is Sirach 33, verse 5. The heart of the foolish is like a cartwheel, and his thoughts are like a rolling axle tree.
And his thoughts is the doctrine, the shit that come out of his fucking mouth and out of his fucking mind. That's the reason why the Most High is going to kill you all. You think just because you got some fucking minions to follow you, all right, and you think that judgment's not executed speedily against the wicked, their heart is fully setting them to do the delusional evil that you're doing. All right,
and that's how they look, like a bunch of fools flipping and falling down the damn hill, getting their ass whooped by the hill. Hill just whooping their ass.
Can I preach that one?
Absolutely, brother.
This is Proverbs 4:19. The way of the wicked is as darkness; they know not at what they stumble.
Right, who would do this? Matter of fact, this shit is bugs the fuck out, man. And at the beginning of the video, then it say warning to your, basically, warning, Cooper's Hill cheese roll. Cheese rolling is a dangerous activity. It should say stupid as fuck.
That's right.
A dangerous activity for both participants and spectators.
It's dangerous to even watch.
Yeah.
You attend entirely at your own risk. So, hey, you listen to niggards at your own risk.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
For somebody to tell you that the angels themselves can't go past the firmament, the sky of earth, so they go splash to the ocean. You gotta be crazy to watch that shit.
Right, and where's the precept? So where's the precept to sustain that? All right, but let's get to this mark of the beast, Baba Shah. Unless you brother got some more precepts to bring it out, brother.
That's Proverbs 26:7. The legs of the lame are not equal. So is a parable in the mouth of fools. Right? These doctors like a man with a horrible leg, one long leg, one short leg. Man. They don't add up. All right, giving to change all over the fucking place, man.
Carnal.
You got a fucked up pimp, brother.
Weird shit.
Yeah. Hey, but even if they did come up with 4 precepts, it's because the like the scriptures talk
but
about
they didn't.
How they're well, yeah, of course not. But how the scriptures talk about their table was made a snare. All right, and this is a mystery. So people are putting the puzzle together the wrong way. People are snared in what they think is right. That's it.
Oh, well, and perfect. Well, just like how they stumbling down that hill after that cheese, hey, it's the same thing in this truth when it comes to the scriptures and the understanding thereof. This is 2 Peter 3 in 16. As also in his epistles, speaking them of these things, in which some things are hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, which is wrestle, right? As they do other scriptures unto their own destruction. Just like they was chasing that cheese onto their at their own risk. Hey, these niggas are just bugging out more and more and more, man. Because hey, guess what? They can't handle the truth with Yahweh Shem Shai. It gotta be something more. They need something more. It's not fulfilling. All right? Hey, Yahweh Shai is the bread of life. That's all you need. You niggas are making it to something that is clearly not, man.
That's right. And the gospel of the Lord and the scriptures are true. There will be a body led by apostles in order. All right. And the doctrine will be proven. And everybody, why would Yahweh Shai tell Paul to put everybody speak the same things? How you teaching, how you got the truth and you got funky ass just about a camp of nothing but 10 niggards. If you the righteous man, we gotta wait 30 years for your ministry to go trump everybody else's ministry.
And for everybody to teach the same thing.
Everybody teach
and camps to pop up all over the world.
In your name.
Yeah, besides your camp, which about your 10 guys, besides those 10 guys, and if it's 10 or however,
12,
yeah, and that the same exact doctrine.
Detroit.
No. They ain't teaching the same thing because Detroit don't even teach.
They don't teach shit.
They-
funny is, he said they don't. It's not about him teaching the same. He's switching back so many times. At one point, it's okay as long as the Israelites. But at one point, it ain't about the name as long as you got the right doctrine. And then he said both those things.
Hey.
He's a cartwheel.
Hey, even went right.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
This man, the Avenger, turned on him, and so that it is. All right.
All right. So enough of this Digard. Because you know what he's going to end up doing? Taking this chip.
So you better yield not to temptation. Cause you'll find it all.
He said you don't yield to temptation. And what is the temptation? The temptation is going to be to take that chip.
That's right.
When things get so hard, man.
Can I read the Revelation, the chip?
Absolutely, brother.
This is Revelations 13 and 15. Okay. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
It's showing you there, if you just went on YouTube, 4,000 or 5,000 videos of instances or examples where people are using a chip to open their doors, to make purchases, to start their cars, to go to work, to get inside the doors, security doors at work. All right, and you got countries that are damn near cashless. China's going completely cashless, right? And the funny thing is, the Chinese were the ones who manufactured the chips and sent them all over here in the first place. And in most stores, all the stores in America are RFID ready.
Sure.
So all we need, and so you already have millions of people worldwide who have the chip. So now all you need is an incident for them to make it, to make it mandatory, or just to implement it to where if you don't get it, life is just going to become so much of a struggle for you. You're going to be tempted to take it. That's that hour of temptation.
Revelations 3 and 10. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 8.
And a lot of these people gonna take it willfully, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we was at the movies watching that movie Upgrade, and fucking nigga woman loud as hell. Oh, I wish I could do that. Basically, she was saying she wish she had the ability to do the things he was doing, man.
So I told the Hob that niggas gonna start doing that shit. They see that.
It's gonna be the fast.
Yeah. Right. Y'all ain't have Lil Wayne or Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, fake booty ass, do the cold ass hook, have Mr. Raw ass beats, put that beat behind it.
Hey man, they're gonna have Uncle Tom Coon, Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
I mean, his big lip ass is going. His JJ lip having fuck ass gonna be up there. We really need to do this. Stevie gonna reprise his Stevie role, all right, and he's gonna be Samuel Jackson will come out and he's gonna be like, yes, it's right.
Yeah, he already did all the Chase commercials.
That's right.
Now he gonna do
what's in your hand.
Right. Well, right. Not what's in your wallet, but what's in your hand. Right.
It might be subliminal to what's in your hand.
No, that's the line, was what's in your wallet. It's gonna be what's in your hand.
Right.
That's what he was making reference to.
Revelations 3 and 8. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door that no man can shut. For thou hast a little strength and hast kept my word and hast not denied my name. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, But do lie, behold, I will make them come down and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. And this is the point. Verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, right, which shall come upon all the world. Hey, so that's going back to that Revelation 13, the rich, poor, free, and bond. All right, everybody, this hour of temptation is going to come upon, all right, to try them that dwell on the earth. And only the elect is going to escape that chip, man.
That's right.
The Lord's going to give them the strength, the will,
and the
power. Give them a way, however he's going to do it, to avoid it, to get around it, and to make it.
And he said, my servants, they should eat.
That's right.
So we just know, and I didn't say you're going to eat right away and often, but it said you're going to eat.
Right.
So if you got faith that the Lord go, yeah, even stomach growl for a day or two, you're going to. But see, if you've been prayed up, you've been fasting, you've been doing all the things the Lord tell you to do, it should be a walk in the park. All right, relatively, because you got faith. All right, your faith is going to get hard sometimes, just like it gets hard already. But the Most High going to bring all his sons too, man. This bitch got two of them. This bitch got two. And I used to say that. I said, the motherfuckers will be like, motherfuckers, they're going to get this. I know I be pulling shit. I got the Louis Vuitton shit. Motherfucking, he can't even see the brand. No shit.
that movie Anon on Netflix, man.
Yeah,
they was able to text with a thought. They was able to send videos back and forth. They could replay the day that they seen through the mind. Hey, through the technology, Esau wants to do all this, man.
He wants to be God, you know.
Yeah, he wants to be special.
What's that? He want to sit on the throne as God.
You know, and just like the movie Transcendent, man, with Johnny Depp, it's the same scenario. All right, everybody with that chip in their head all connected.
He a straight up demon, man. I just found out one of his best friends is fucking Marilyn Manson, a dude with titties. Who the hell want to be friends with a dude with titties?
Rude is real to suck his own dick.
Something wrong, huh?
That's what Marilyn Manson did.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, he had a rib removed intentionally so he can suck his own dick. Because it's that small, so he had to be able to. That's his dumb.
So he removed a rib and got titties.
Yep.
But he removed the rib so he could bend over like a contortionist.
So he could play with his own titties while he sucked his dick?
I guess so.
Weird shit.
What the fuck? Yeah. And I used to really like Johnny Depp, but when I found out that was his homie, man.
So look at this. This is Illuminati RFID chip implant in India. So our religion is worldwide, man. It's in Sweden.
There it is.
It's in Sweden.
Japan said go cashless.
And I think China's gone completely cashless.
Well, a lot of countries overseas already chipping their people, man. Even though it's happening here in America, but no, it's happening in mass over there, man. Yeah, like people accepting it and doing. Hey,
what's Nate got to say? Why is he? Why
it's
is
June.
How is it that he still has
microchips?
Ain't no microchip. Well, you looking kind of stupid.
What's
bro.
that? The other asshole, some Martha Ellis and shit. He put a potato chip on his hand and shit.
Oh yeah, that clown. Baloo.
Yeah, Baloo the bear. Yeah. Well, what the fuck he got to say now? He ain't made no video.
Does he even still go out?
That nigga got a disease. He had some type of disease.
He got lupus.
Yeah. He's like kill his punk ass.
So I just filtered it down just the last month, and you still see this bunch of videos. Swedes, India,
Can't get around this thing, man.
At the new job I'm at, I was there this morning. I just remembered they have the RFID chip vending machine. They have the same one from 3 Square Market. I went in there this morning, and they had like chips, snacks, granola bars, drinks sitting out. So I saw it. I'm like, oh shit, free snacks. So I was gonna walk up and grab some shit, and then I saw like the cash out machine next to it, and there's no one standing there. So I stepped back and I thought about it. And I looked at it, it was the same exact machine that they use in the 3 Square Market when they chip their company, where you just grab it, you go to the machine, you scan the barcode, you scan your chip, you walk off. They have the same exact machine. I was there looking at it this morning. I'm gonna take a picture when I go back in there.
Hey, see, do that because the thing is, it says that no man might buy or sell, so that cuts out. And if you don't buy it,
that's the proof right there.
Right, Mr. Embargo.
You're looking stupid, Nate.
And
What's up, Nate?
who said it was embargo? ISUPK. They said it's also an embargo. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and an average person in ISUPK probably couldn't even explain to me what an embargo is.
That's why I'm about to pull it up.
And then I've asked this so many times, man. Where are all the members of ISUPK? Where are all the members' videos, man?
All them damn alphabet camp groups outside of the real group of Great Millstone. None of them motherfuckers be putting out videos like that, man.
Where are their videos at, man? You know, because it's been a long time since General Gehenna blazed up 43rd, blazed up, 42nd Street, burned down Times Square, right? You know, it's been a long time, quite a few years, man. So when you gonna show up and burn some shit down, man?
Yeah, what the fuck does this got to do with Revelations 13:7? Embargo, order forbidding ships from certain other nations from entering or leaving the nation's port.
So how do you match that to everyone, great and small, rich and poor, free or bond? So when's the last time somebody in jail was had their life seriously inconvenienced from an embargo?
Like I said,
I can't go to the commissary because it's fucked up embargo.
If you ask an ordinary what a embargo is, the part thinks a damn candy bar or something.
Right, what flavor is that, brother?
But even within this definition itself, it's still dealing with trade, commerce, ports. So that's still dealing with some type of money.
And they consider you a ship. Right? They consider you a ship. That your body is a ship, is a vessel. They know that. That's why when you go into a court, you go into a port. The port is that bench that to them is maritime. We're under maritime law.
They flagrantly put it in your face. That's why you walk into a courtroom. You always have that flag with the fringe.
With the fringe, right?
And which actually is illegal according to constitutional law.
That's right.
But most people don't know that. And I've said it and I say it again. You brothers go to court, man. If you're gonna be bold, you can ask the judge to remove that flag and tell him I need a real flag in this courtroom so I can get a fair trial. And that'll fuck everything up. They might even just shut the whole thing down and then kick everybody out.
And or tell you, we're gonna hold this case for later, go through everybody else, and then deal with you, and then they're gonna show you their real colors. You know what I'm saying? We want everybody out that courtroom. They'll clear the whole courtroom, and then they'll come deal with you because they don't want to taint nobody else, and they don't want to put it on record. Because another thing is, in order to trip up Esau, you got to make sure you put it on record. And if it's on record, and you had to ask the right question, but you don't know,
ask for them to put it on record.
Yeah, and you can see the record. You request transcripts. You can do a whole lot of that, bro. Motherfuckers don't know because first of all, the rights that Esau has is not for you. All right, they never had you have no rights. That's right. All right. That's the reason why you still see niggas getting pulled over and getting ran through. They have no rights. That's against the Constitution to be pulled over. A nigga could just be driving down the street with some big dumb 20-inch rims, 25-inch rims, spokes and car tinted and what the bam, then do shit wrong. But the cops see I've seen it. I've seen the motherfuckers driving and not even behind them to look at plates or nothing to see him flossing and turn, do a U-turn and pull him over for no reason. That's illegal. You know what I'm saying? But how is it that the stoplight thingies that they have on the corners and the speed traps are cool here in Chicago, but you go over to St. Louis, they banned them and said they're unconstitutional. This place fucked, man.
Yeah, they'll bother you waiting on the bus. You wait on the bus, mind your own business. Still full. It happened to me. I'm just waiting on the bus. Car just full, just fucking with me.
Hey, I was on my way to the park to play some baseball. Had my baseball bat, got pulled over, walking. So was you about to go beat somebody up? No, I'm about to go to the park and play some baseball. I was 15, 16 years old, man. Who walk around with a bat looking to start some shit?
Right. I got on face paint. I'm a fucking baseball fury or some shit. What the fuck, man?
I'm just walking around. You gotta be one bold ass motherfucker to be walking around the bat just starting some shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Esau.
But like you said, that just goes to show you how their house divided, and that's as we're watching the fall of Esau, because from state to state the laws vary, and you know it's gonna be a clusterfuck, because even if Esau did get his chip thing going, the state laws are gonna vary. So no matter what he does, his shit is gonna fall, man. Hey, can somebody grab that scripture? If this thing, you know, if it's a man, it would fail. Baba Bashar.
Hey, and even in Job, it says when he's about to fill his belly, hey, basically the Lord is going to fuck him up, man.
Got it.
All right. So as soon as you think you got your
The
RFID
fullness of
system,
your sufficiency.
yep. As soon as you think you got your RFID system set up, your new world order, this one rule, hey, the Lord's going to think you got it. The Lord's going to make you think you got it. That you finally got everything, that you became God himself. He's going to take you down, man, and that's very same second.
Yeah, you're gonna have that nice meal prepared. You're gonna have the wine brought. You're gonna have the platter. You're gonna pull it off, and it's gonna be steaming and smoking. Your abominable lobster, and you just gonna be buttered with the lemon on it. You're gonna have your raw ass half cooked steak with blood on it. You're gonna put your napkin on, and you'll be ready to cut into it.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of a sudden, you just gonna get fucked up.
It's right. Job 20:22.
Before you can even bite it.
Back you up. Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, and I don't mean the hand of actually a so-called wicked man. It mean actually. That's why you got to go into your words. Of the workers, Imal, toiler, laborer. Right. So what? All the men who've been. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna get wicked out of that? You gotta watch Esau, man. You gotta go vet this shit, bro. But guess what? Who's the people?
Because Esau know that it's talking about him.
That's right.
So instead of him saying this, he made, oh, they're the wicked.
That's the one. So yeah, but it's in the fullness of his sufficiency, right? Full of adequacy of him, right? He's full of his satiety. He's satiate. What's it? Insatiable. But when you say it, that means you're full.
Satisfied.
You're satisfied, right? He should be in distress. He's gonna be pressed. All right. He's gonna be pressed, and then all the people he's been fucking over, the laborers, they're gonna come fuck his ass up. They're gonna be what? That's why we were been going over when we actually came up from up top. All those crackers, you know, and they've got the wood and got all the shit. They got the stockpile. They got the bunkers. Yeah. They got all the shit. So everybody know who got the shit.
Yeah, because I'm driving along the freeway. You know, Bishop Karad, when I told the brother if he wanted me to help him drive, but him being the soldier that he was, so I'm usually riding shotgun and I'm all out the window. And every little, we driving past, and you got all these little houses that are right off the expressway, like literally feet from it, and you can see their little gardens and all their little food, and they piles of wood, they piles of hay. You can see their rows of vegetables and their corn. And I'm like, man, when these people leaving them cities, leaving New York, are coming down these highways, and the highways all backed up and stopped up. They go. So as soon as you get out your car, you walking down the hill through about 30 foot of woods right up onto their house, man.
No barriers.
And no barriers, man.
Hungry as hell.
Hungry as fuck.
Tired.
Right.
See a see a little.
They're gonna walk up, get them.
See a little booty titty. Edomite.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be, especially Jake dumb. Jake gonna be like, man, damn, we hit a lick, nigga, we hit a lick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they gonna get a lick, all right. You know what I'm saying? And but we know you got your guns, and we know you got all your shit. But guess what? You're going to run out of bullets. The first 2 or 3 waves you got, I'm gonna give you them. But what about the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade? Because this year gonna be yeah.
And
click.
And what about the waves? And some of the waves gonna come with bangers too.
That's right. That's right. And then we know you got vests and shit, but that's not good. You ain't got a vest for your face. Right. Headshot. That's right. That's right. And that's the thing. You all don't understand the Most High. Matter of fact, second Esdras, the 15th chapter. It keeps coming up because it's going to happen.
And we were making those drives, man. Every time we drove through the woods, That's why I was meditating terror, man.
That's
I
right.
was imagining how brothers are gonna be coming out, or just niggas in general, gonna be coming out of the woods right into, because it was crazy. Because in Connecticut, you have city, and then you have woods, like real woods, and then like feet away is the city.
And not only real woods, but inside the woods you can hunt.
Right.
And he was like, "What? How the fuck they hunting? Their house is like right over
I'm
there."
like, damn, dude, you scared somebody gonna shoot
Straight
at
bullet,
a
bullet,
Miss Bambi and fuck you up while you watching Sex and the City or some
And,
shit?
and their weapon, I mean, their blessing was the swords. They know how to shoot. And these motherfucking East, they know how to fucking shoot. They in the target ranges. They got fucking great ass accuracy, man. All right, and they ain't gonna be holding the gun sideways and shit, fucking up their, their aim and shit. They gonna be, they gonna be up there, and they're gonna be pinpoint. All right, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna get you, but the Most High gonna get them too. This is 2 Ezra 15. I love this scripture. This is one of my favorites. This is 2 Ezra 15, and I'll say 12. What, man? 11. No, 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. It's led to to this RFID chip. That's going to bring you to the slaughter. This is part of that ship. Going to take your ass right to it's going to get you killed, man.
I got a lamb back on for you, brother.
Baba Kashar.
This is 2 Ezra 6:24. And at that time, shall friends fight one against another.
That's right. Your buddy, your pal. You know, so your name, Miss Jenkins. Yeah, Miss Jenkins gonna have a shotty on your ass, and she gonna. A lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna even open up the door to entertain you. As soon as they hear a knock, they're gonna start blasting because they're gonna learn the lesson. The last motherfucker. All right.
They showed you that on the first purge that they made, man.
Right.
The motherfucker that found out that was actually gunning to kill them was their next door neighbors, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Matter of fact, and that wasn't that the one where the motherfuckers had beef with the motherfucking neighbor for they always felt somewhere around.
Yeah,
It's like so that motherfucker you've been looking down the block, been like, you motherfucker, fuck you. That's who you think the beef's gonna be. You're gonna be getting all your enemies, man. You know what I'm saying? But then after your enemies go, you're gonna get your friends too.
Right. It said, the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So this, it's just gonna be utter chaos, man.
That's right.
Utter chaos. Neighborhoods are gonna be burning, houses are gonna be burning, neighbor against neighbor, friend against friend, neighborhood against neighborhood, block against block. Because you're gonna have people form together in groups. Go ahead, brother.
This is Micah 5:11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land and throw down all thy strongholds.
That's right. And Mosiah's tearing down all the strongholds.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's crazy how when you're driving through Connecticut, leaving out of New York, the landscape changes so drastically. All right. And then how they got all these wooded areas, and then how the city just is built. You got small cities and pockets that are built right next to wooded areas. Or you got a wooded area that goes 15, 20 miles, and then on every side of it is a city. So you just walk out of the woods right into somebody's abode.
And they'll never see you come.
Right. With the garden and the nice firewood and all the rows of flowers and the greens and the carrots and the little wifey watering it with her bikini on, and next thing you know, Tyrone and them just come right out the woods on there.
That's right. That's right.
Right. Or bucking them country ass boys.
That's right. Back to 2 Ezra 15, and I'm just jump down. 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fell through the blasting and hail, and with fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's going to be weapons of physical
Sometimes
guns.
it's going to be literal swords.
Yeah, swords, knives.
Yeah, a lot of people own swords, man.
That's right.
You know, you don't. I'm gonna tell you right now, you won't find a guy who owns a lot of guns. And guess what? He's gonna have. He's gonna have a couple really nice knives and some really nasty swords.
Because every true gun owner know that they're gonna have to have the
eventually
backup.
gonna run out of bullets, man. And a lot of people's favorite weapon is in America. A lot of Americans for some reason have a thing when it comes to swords. A lot of them like the Thomas, man.
What did you say? No, you want to make sure you conserve the bullets.
That's
at the right time.
And there's times where you want to do something quietly and not waste the bullets.
That's right. Well, you'll see when you're going to judge your opponent. Your opponent comes and he ain't got a gun. You know what I'm saying? He's coming with, fence, bat, a club, or something like, okay, I'm give me my knife, get my broadsword out.
I can save this bullet for when I really, really need it.
That motherfucker got crossbows, all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Right? It says and swords in their hand, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
God, and a bow hunter is the most dangerous hunter, man, because he's quiet. There was a movie that came out years ago, where it was what's his name? John Travolta and I think it was Sir Anthony Hopkins. It may have been. And he was hunting. He started hunting him with a bow. He preferred and chose not to use a gun. All right. I think it was. See if you can find that movie. It was with John Travolta, and I think it was Anthony Hopkins. And it turned out that Anthony Hopkins, years before, had killed all the men in John Travolta's unit.
Oh wow.
The Edge.
No, the Edge. No, the Edge was a pretty good movie. Well, maybe it was the Edge. Yeah, that must be it. It has to be it.
There's Chase out there. It might be.
Well, it was a movie where. Well, put in a movie where John Travolta uses the bow. He was like a mercenary, and I thought it was Anthony Hopkins. He was like a military commander that killed all the men in John Travolta's unit, and then John Travolta survived, and then he went and hunted him down in America and started hunting him in the woods and shit with his bow.
Yeah, it's the Edge.
Oh, so it was the Edge. Okay, so yeah, man. The most dangerous hunter is a bow hunter because he don't make noise. When you hear that when a shot goes off, everybody in the woods hears it. When the shot goes out, people will descend upon the. So it's Robert De Niro. It wasn't the Anthony Hopkins. Killing Season. That's it.
Oh, Killing Season. Okay.
No, the Edge was about a bear. Oh, yeah, it was a Killing Season. That was a pretty decent movie, man. Yeah, Robert De Niro was a military commander that had killed.
See what it said, know your enemy.
Right. And they ended up having a bow battle. They weren't even using guns.
Oh, he was using the bow. Here, go.
Well, he ended up using a bow too, though. Right. It was a pretty good movie, man. It was a pretty good movie. All right, but it just goes to show you, though, man. The bow is actually an art that's coming back, man.
That's right, and it's not a nice way to die either.
It's a fucked up way to die.
Because if you don't, it depends on the bowman. If the bowman want to be merciful, he can shoot you where you die instantly. All right, but if
he can wound you, make you bleed out slow and in pain, and track you down.
Yeah,
it is tactical because you can't hear a bowman.
That's the point.
That's right.
Because when a gun goes off, everyone descends onto that spot. You can kind of track people. And we were watching Rambo last week or the week before. So when they heard that shot, how they all stopped.
Right.
And everyone descended upon that area. Right.
And you can make arrowheads out of any type of object, glass, bottles, rocks, metals.
So there it is, man. So it's not just the gun that people are gonna actually be killing with when the shit hits the fan, man. Right. And guess what? A bulletproof vest won't stop an arrow. It won't stop a bow.
That's right.
It'll stop a bullet, but it won't stop a bow. All right. Neither will it stop a knife.
That's right. That's right.
It'll stop a bullet, but it won't stop a knife. Go ahead, brother.
Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to start straight at verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna have no mercy on their neighbors, man.
That's right.
On the guy that they didn't share the beer with, then barbecued with, you know, and shot the shit with for 15, 20 years, man.
Oh, you know what you got.
Right. Right. And he always thought your wife was hot anyway.
That's right.
So now with you out the way, I get your food,
Thank you.
your hot wife, that cute little dog.
You gonna eat the husband shit.
That's right.
Honestly.
Kazak said, people ain't ready. This is why we have to fear you. How about you, shy? And we just did a lesson the other day in transit about being caught unawares. 90% of the people on the planet is about to get caught unawares, man. All right? They don't believe. Matter of fact, we've been preaching, telling them and warning them. The so-called Christian church been saying that God will come back.
Yeah.
All right. Esau in his movies. Why is in the last 10 years almost all his movies, especially blockbusters, it's about destruction, being fucked up, the earth being taken down, and shit.
And powerful entities coming in ships from
and shit out of the, you know what I'm saying? The book of Eli, you know what I'm saying? The Planet of the Apes,
movie
you know what I'm
after
saying?
movie after movie after movie. And a lot of those movies the destruction of Chicago too.
That's right. That's right. And that's know that there's gonna be some major shit going on in Chicago.
Yeah, I think Chicago could mess around, be the epicenter of this whole thing.
What's that?
Between Chicago and California, I don't know which one is gonna fall first.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the old school with Mel Gibson?
Mad Max.
Yeah, I'm fast. Everybody look at the first Mad Max.
Yeah, that first Mad Max was pretty good.
Yeah, with Tina Turner.
Basically, was no, that wasn't the first one.
That's the Thunderdome. Yeah.
The first one was, and it takes place in Australia. And it's supposedly a post-apocalyptic, thing. The war has already happened, and this is what the world is like after the
Star Wars, man. All these movies they got movie after movie after movie telling you that this place is gonna be jacked up.
Pretty much
everything the Lord has been, because the Lord is behind all of this. He's been showing through Esau. He's been showing through the church. He's been showing through the righteous prophets. He's been showing it through their media, in every single way.
The Illuminati card game.
Yeah,
that game is on point. Like it's not a game. It's actually predictive programming. They're showing you what the fuck they're gonna do in that card game, man. Hey, when that image came out, when they showed that image of Donald Trump as president with the Moabite and the Ishmaelite standing at that globe, all right, and then you saw the Illuminati card that was 30-something years old, damn near 40-something years old, with the same image. I was like, oh man, this is it. You're right, Then you got the Twin Towers in there. You had the nightclub in there, the Boston bombing in there. They were just telling you what the hell is about to happen, man.
Can I appreciate you?
Absolutely, brother.
This is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and unpunished. And like the elder was saying, man, all this stuff, the left hand, they show all this stuff to basically keep their buddies in the loop as far as what the next move is. But the right hand illuminated ones, we see these things and we use prudence to be like, okay, this is what they finna do. We're gonna warn you people about it, and we gonna hide in your house,
and it's also a source of their strength.
It show you how medicine kills you. This shit is crazy, right?
Yeah. And they're showing you, and they're not, and people take it as a game. Border Patrol,
wall, and Issachar trying to sneak by.
The movie Logan, they showed they already built the wall and shit.
Yep.
Between Mexico and America.
Shit, in that other movie, what was that? It was in Grindhouse. It was one of them Quentin Tarantino movies. It showed they were shooting Issachar down. The machete. In Machete. They were showing it in Machete, man. They were shooting Issachar down like dogs, man.
Was it
Deserto? Deserto, I think it was. It was whacking. And even in the movie you had us watch, The Bad Batch.
Yep.
They took her to the border and dropped her off. You know what I'm saying, on the other side, and just left her, man.
You know,
Coffee shops.
What? Go back to that. Because this is how, right. That coffee shop, man, that started like 10 some years ago, man. Because there's a coffee shop, you got your major ones, and then you got all your little private ones there every fucking way.
Mhm.
And that's if you got some money to open up a business, that's a good one to go into.
And it's straight crack.
Until this bitch fall.
It's crack because
they coming back over and over again.
Yeah. And it's not good for you either.
Hell yeah, it's not good for you.
that's why everybody get all cranky and shit.
And it's a diuretic, man.
Look how they show your CIA. I thought they make it in the media seem like it's a wonderful organization, but they'll tell you no. They go out there and death, murder, and kill.
Right, government violent.
Yeah, government violence. The violence they show you that's the violence of the government. You know what I'm saying? When the government wants something to go down, they send the CIA to go and go fuck shit up, man. All right, cloning shit, the coffee shops, all them superhero movies. You know what I'm saying?
Computer dating. Are you serious? God damn. But people don't want to, this game, this thing was on every damn thing. This game.
And this
computer espionage.
Yep. That's why Facebook have those lawsuits about leaking information, breach, and all this shit, man. Hey, all this is coordinated, man. It's all set up.
Somebody asked a question?
No, that's Smooth Donald. That's what E3 show. E3.
E3 is a gaming convention, and the new gaming convention, they got a new game that just came out called World War III, or coming out called World War III.
Yep.
What?
It's conspiracy theories.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Convenience stores. Because they know that this right here, that chug-a-mug, the blunts right here, to get that, and they put them all in nigga neighborhoods, and then they take away what? The fruits and vegetables. You can't. So now most Jakes don't eat fruits and vegetables because it's not easily accessible.
So like I said, 71st and State Street, all that used to be fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, my mom and dad used to go together.
You get any type of, you can find like any type of fruit and vegetable up there and stuff.
You can find any kind of seed that you want to plant stuff
Yes. And they took that all away. And slowly over years, they put all that bullshit fast food over there.
Right. And credit cards, I'm going to tell you right now, credit cards were a preparation for the chip. To get you used to swiping and waving and all that. That's what all the credit card was for. Because Els Barrada did the video, I think it was called incrementation. Gradualism. Right. They do things gradually, man.
They can't see.
Wow. When they sacrifice.
They look like it's a rainbow card.
This is nuts, man.
Yeah.
This is fucking nuts. I knew there's all this stuff is on these cards, man.
Look at the pentagram on the thing. And that's the reason why I don't want to send my daughter that, because first of all, you got to be around all these other fuckers and their demons that's on them. You with the teachers, you know what the fuck they teaching. And then they go always perpetuate the Esau agenda, period. Go to school. So my daughter watch the YouTube and she's going, Daddy, can I go to school? I want to go to school. I'm not going to go to school. I'm teaching you already right now. You know what I'm saying? But she want to go there because it's pushed out in every single media and realm of kids getting on this yellow school bus, kids playing, kids having fun and school, some fun thing. But when we were school was all that fun, not the actual school part. The in between the school part was the fun. Between classes, after class, before class, and recess. But the actual part, you sit up there like this. I can't wait till this motherfucker. You looking at the clock. Right. No goddamn time. Fuck out of here, man.
Hey, that's subliminal too. It's like you know that the children ain't learning nothing but witchcraft within these schools.
That's right.
And
that's right.
Those children out to the league.
That's right. That's right.
I got two stuff right here. This Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12 for fear and nothing else but the train of the support which region offers, and the expectation from within being less counted to ignorance more than the cause was greatest performance. Because a lot of these people aren't ready for what's about to happen. The more you are ignorant and stuck in this Babylonian system, the more impact when this hell and tribulation comes upon, it's going to be 20 times worse upon you. Because you weren't prepared for it. Right now, we're prepared for it. Look, we're looking at Esau's fucking card game.
Wow.
And he got
Opioid
everything.
epidemic.
Yeah, Oaks. He got everything that's been happening going on in his card game. So when martial law and all hell breaks loose, we're gonna be prepared for the spirit of poverty out by. But you people, you just gonna be caught off there.
That's right. Now, let you know that a lot of those oil spills and the fires, and like that, a lot of them fires, a lot of stuff is actually stuff that Esau is behind. You know what I'm saying? Esau's behind a lot of that shit to do what? Cause trouble. Right? Burn up fields. Some hurricanes and shit. What is it? 2+2 on any attempt to destroy another group. They let you know. Matter of fact, doing those hurricanes, they through that HARP technology. Last year, hurricane season, they said was the most hurricanes ever recorded since they started keeping data and recording. You know, if they're using the HARP technology and weather modification, which they admitted to doing, China admitted to doing it. You know what I'm saying? China's like, yeah, we're going to be putting rain over this one particular area that we want to do out the family. They're manipulating cloud seed and doing all the other shit. But it's an tip. What happened when all those hurricanes went through Katrina? When it went through Houston, who got fucked up the most? Who got displaced and then totally wiped out?
And you know what else I believe that was for? Because I'm actually going to do a video on it. They set up that gold reserve in Texas this year. They were going to do it last year. The hurricane put all that shit on. So I really believe that they targeted Texas for that, to help stop Texas from bringing up their new gold standard. Because now people are because there's an old saying, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Because you put your money in the bank owes you money. You can't even go get your money. Well, they're only going to give you a portion of it, and then we understand fractional reserve banking and how they work. But Texas, this is also going to show you that somebody get a house divided cannot stand. It's the second time they come around because basically we can click off there and go to the Texas thing. Just put in Texas new gold reserve open. I think it opens today or yesterday. Just to say on this emergency powers, why and you can maybe speak on this. Why using a straight razor as part of the imagery? That's right. But Malcolm and Pops, you all can probably confirm this with me. But I've paid attention to politics since I was a kid, and once in a blue moon, you'll see a president do an executive power ruling once in a blue moon. Yeah. But over the last, since Clinton and Papa Bushes and Obama and on down, they usually do executive orders. Oh man, they writing them off because they're showing you that they're a dictatorship and they're bypassing Congress and don't even say something, right? Bypass the Constitution, even to the point where Congress will say, hey, you're supposed to come check us. That's not. But then they don't do nothing about it. They're great. They're house divided, man. Obama signed off more executive orders than anybody. Well, Trump is going to beat him. Yeah. Trump has already dropped more bombs than Obama and Bush combined after 1 year in office. Yeah. And Obama and Bush dropped a lot of fucking bombs. And Trump had already dropped more than them. This dude is going to kick off World War III. And then and then also the statistic is that all these people that want to kill this for drones and bombs, only 2% of the people that were killed were actually on the list. So that means that 98% of the people that are dying from these strikes from America are civilians that are non-combatant people that have nothing to do with this. So America's just murdering citizens and people like it's fucking nothing. And nobody's saying anything about it. No heads are rolling, none of that. But if another country did this, we'd be trying to bomb it. That's right. And look, we ain't even get to all the cards. Okay, I'm just showing you there's a shitload of them. There's a fucking and it's all this shit is a part of their agenda. Right? All of this shit. All right.
It's Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So damn Edomites, you're divided, man. So you should not stand. So like so-called Negroes like Tails Native Americans, you divide, so that was part of the curses. With our brother Evil Eye, that's how we brought down. Now you devils are divided against each other, man. So the downfall is it.
You Edomites are basically dominoes. You got that fancy domino set up, and it's already been pushed. Because them damn opioids and that meth is mowing your asses down. So you got 100, let's say 100 a day from opioids and 100 a day from meth. So on average, 200 Edomites die a fucking day. You fucking disappear, man. So and then you got this MGTOW thing, which they say is definitely affecting birth rates because white men are avoiding marriage and not being with women in that way, right? They fucking dolls and fucking whores and shit. They ain't trying to make no babies, right? And then a lot of your women, Jake is banging them, you know. So you got a lot of these Edomite women who are getting banged by Jake, and I can already see the scoffers. Why is GMS always talking about banging white men? You know, well, any heathen for that matter, man. Hey, look, the heathen belong to us, man.
And they were made to be banged.
And they were made to be banged. There you go. And if you can't understand that, the Lord is not with you, and you don't have a ruling class mentality, that's just the end of it.
Perfect.
You're just a bitch ass nigga.
There's opioids and stuff, man. You know, using drugs. Everything they do to try to get at Jake always backfires on me.
Yeah.
You already turn upon your own head.
That's right.
That's
right.
This is Psalm chapter 64, verse.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna start at 2. I'm gonna start at 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right, going in about Esau. They you know, the elder, he just showed all those cards. They've been working on all these things for years, and it's coming to fruition now. Like Elder Malcolm was saying, the thing with the Trump. I remember they had the episode in The Simpsons with him coming down the elevator waving, and then in real life he did it exactly the way it was in The Simpsons.
Right. And that Simpsons episode aired years before it happened. Yeah. Just like the image of put in the image of Donald Trump, you know, from The Simpsons.
And that Illuminati card about the guy from over east with the wrap around his head, and they just put their hand on the
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Verse 7. But the Most High Power shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
Yeah, there you go, man. And so this is them making their tongue fall upon themselves right here, man. You can't look. That ain't no accident, man. If you can't see that, man, you know. Yeah, maybe the one will pop up with the and why that bitch always like separate from him, even though she be with him?
Because she don't fuck with him. She says a trophy just for the record, because he is bullshit.
Maybe he's just a secret fag.
Oh no, and that's why she don't fuck with him. That's why she don't fuck with him.
Well, he just, he's so pathetic. He got hard ass hair and a soft ass dick. Yeah, too bad you can't bang him with your hair, man.
Yeah, but you said years ago, man, you had that money. No bitch you want.
Oh yeah, that dude be still sitting at the bar alone. Right. Because you know, like you know, I just can't see some chick walking into the bar and her panties just getting all wet looking at Donald Trump. You know? No, they looking at dollar signs, man.
Exactly.
Right.
And she gonna walk in the bar, you know, full of men, and she be like, "Oh, that's the one I'm taking home." Right. It ain't gonna happen, man.
Right.
With his fucked up face, always like this.
Yeah.
Like the sun in his eyes or something. What's wrong with him, man?
There's always it's been a lot predictions, you know, that the Simpsons and other cartoons have came and it's actually told, you know, just broke it down. Right?
It's that witchcraft. What position? What do they do? They reveal you what trick they can do before they do the trick.
Yeah, that's right. That's the way witchcraft works.
Yeah.
You have to actually announce I'm gonna make this rabbit appear in this hat. They have to announce what they're gonna do before they do it. You know.
They had Bernie Sanders running against Trump. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't get to the final, but he was one of those on the it was either gonna be Hillary or Bernie. How they got that? Because they know, man. This is ain't no Toys R Us going out of business, and that just happened. All right.
He saw them make these cartoon shows. This bullshit. He had to put all the shit out there somehow.
Yeah, before 9/11 happened, they showed it. That movie was Gmschicago.
Couple different movies.
Yeah. Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Simpsons.
Here we go, Chicago right here. They got a line of something going down right there. It's gonna hit. Perfect. And that matter of fact, this whole blue-red thing was 100% on point with the an election. Yep. That whole even to the map of the state. If you kill all coincidence one time, all coincidence the second time, all coincidence the third time, after the 15th to 100th time, fuck you, man. You play with my goddamn intelligence. Son of a bitch.
Because those left-hand spirits work with Esau, man.
That's right.
You know, they tell Esau certain things. Hey, Esau in the trip bag.
Look, they got the whole Pokemon thing years before this shit. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers be walking and getting hit by a car just trying to find the Poke thing, whatever the fuck their game is, man.
That shit. Stepping off bridges and all kind of weird shit. Yeah, falling down hills, getting their ass whooped.
This is over 20 years ago, bro.
Oh yeah, the Ebola virus strand too.
The Nobel Prize for Economics, the guy won, you know what I'm saying, years beforehand.
I was gonna say the new scare is this new virus in India. I think it's called like the Zika virus or something. And I think that's the same virus that Bill Gates made a recent speech about, that he said could easily wipe out 30 million people, man, easily in the first wave, man. So they're gonna orchestrate some type of fucking some type of plague, pandemic, some type of pandemic. The water, they're gonna orchestrate some type of pandemic and release it, and it's gonna cause uproar and chaos, man. At the same time, it's going to be what? Economic woes, wars, rumors of wars. All right? It's just a boiling pot, a recipe for destruction, man. It's getting ready to take place, man.
Because the creators of these shows, the producers and directors and shit, they're nothing but warlocks, man.
Yeah.
You see, they work through the left-hand side angels, which these angels tell Esau, Edom certain things that sanction from Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
There's that image right there. All right, that if that wouldn't convince you that there is a such thing as predictive programming, then you're just foolish.
And keep you're programmed. You're programmed.
Yeah, you're completely foolish, man. Yeah. And there's no hope for you. Ain't no talking to someone like that. You know.
Right.
Bring it out, brother.
This Isaiah 47:13. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsel, like now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from the things that shall come upon thee. So the scripture even says Esau has all these witches and warlocks and monthly prognosticators, but none of those things are going to stop the destruction which is going to come to you. Right? All these predictive programming and all the witchcraft you put out is not going to help you. Yeah, the demons, Satan is lying to you. Satan is not on your side. Yep. Satan works for the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh. He's right. He's giving you lies.
Yeah, because your time rulership is up, man. So now it's over. Left-hand side work for you. Yeah, and your pride, because that pride gonna be casted down. Because the brother just read and said, go to them, and they ain't gonna be able to help you, man. Hey, what happened in the first Egypt? You know, those Egyptians mirrored the same thing Moses did to a certain extent, man. And then when they couldn't recreate it, guess what they said? Surely this is the finger of God, man. That's right. So it's the same thing that's gonna happen to this assignment. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You my day Pharaoh.
The Most High gonna keep sending earthquakes. Keep letting volcanoes erupt. You know, he mess around, let Yellowstone erupt, man. It's gonna fuck up most of the West Coast, man.
Right. Look, they got the Franken fruit from on there from Japan, the Fukushima, all that shit. That shit, man.
Of course.
And they just not they're not telling the truth, man.
And there's a current. The matter of fact, if you in Japan, all that shit came to the West Coast. So that's why another reason why California is so fucked up is because it killed all the sea life along the West Coast. All the seals were dying on Seal Island. You know, you had all the seagulls and shit dying, fish dying. Right, exactly, because there's a current that leaves Japan. If you could put up a map of the Pacific Ocean,
the current, okay, cut microchip right here. They always scan the baby.
They always scan Lisa, right?
And the baby rings up. Yep. How can a baby ring up without a mark?
They got the chip in her hand.
Maggie. You know what I'm saying, but that's the chip. You know what I'm saying?
Can I appreciate you while you get that? I just got something out of it. This is Wisdom Psalm 14 and 7. As for the illusions of arts, magics, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was approved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul or sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at.
Man.
And that's what's coming to you, devils, man. All right, well, because you trust in this witchcraft that's eventually going to fail you, man. You got it.
This is Micah 5:12. And I will cut off witchcraft out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee. And thou shalt no more worship the works of thy hands. So none of this ain't, once the Lord destroys his place, Kingdom of Heaven established, none of this madness will go on.
Here, okay. We go Japan over here, and the currents coming from the equator always come up to the bottom of where Japan is at, and it goes up, and it comes over straight through to the United States of America.
There it is, man. So when that Fukushima thing happened, a lot of that bacteria and nuclear waste
and radiation,
it came across all the ocean, fucking up everything in its path. Every fish, every whale, every shark, every dolphin that swam through it got fucked up, and it came right over here to the Americans and fucked up the West Coast.
Hey, Ellie, right? Yeah. Can you Google before and after the coral reef on the West Coast off of California? Because it's destroyed, man, and it was all from that radiation that the other Malcolm was speaking of, man.
Right, brother.
Brother, I now bring that out all the time. Coral reef
it's dying. Yeah,
it's completely dead. They look, man, how it was luscious, full of corals and different sea plants and different animals that fed off that, man.
It was healthy. 2014, dying, dead. And look how quick it happened. They didn't even take a year. And guess what? The fish are swimming in it.
Yeah.
That's why they killing themselves.
They're beaching themselves. Yeah. Well, they can't. Why ain't no fish coming around here now? Because they can't. They can't swim in that shit. They die.
What possess a whale, fucking giant whale to fucking
Right.
jump out.
Yeah.
Right.
Jump out the water.
Just swim up until he start drowning in air.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, fuck it.
Right. Look at that, man. Completely destroyed.
His lungs are burning. And those are beautiful works, man. The Most High is so mighty and with his creations, man. And then here come the damn devil turning a tropical underwater paradise into hell. It looked like hell, man.
Yeah.
It looked like a battle zone, a battle of just dead bodies everywhere.
It is.
And how can you blame Ray Ray, Pookie, and J-Dog for that shit, man?
Right.
Because you speak about the big ass garbage patch that's twice the size of Texas, and then you say, "Oh, people, humans did it." Hey, fucking Esau did it, man.
White man did it.
Right.
They
Well, no,
they try to say, man,
yeah,
this is the result. No, the white
red man. This is the result of humans living on the earth. And look, we've been living on this planet for thousands of years, man. Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply."
You know, nobody throwing just willfully and throwing garbage in the sea, plastics and shit that sit in the sun for months and weeks and days and melt together and form a plastic fucking island.
Right.
But the most but
well, a fish come by, it gets burned and stuck to some hot ass plastic. You can't get away.
Yeah, I had some. This
look
Revelation.
Look at this shit.
11:18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged. And thou shouldst give award unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, which are the elect, so-called Negro, Latino, and Americans." All right, it says, "And to them that fear thy name, that's right, small and great, and should destroy them which destroyed the earth."
Yeah, that's disgusting. That is so fucking nasty.
Man.
So fucking nasty.
It said this giant patch of garbage not only includes plastic, also includes some 1.8 trillion pieces of just garbage.
And that's the estimate. They can't fucking, they just throw a number out there, man.
Yeah, from the size of the mass and the size of pieces in there, and it show you.
And go ahead. Hey, that documentary, Plastic Ocean on Netflix, man, piss you off, man. Hey, I advise brothers to watch it, man. Yeah. That's why. No, I was gonna say that's why in the kingdom of heaven, everybody's gonna be on your ass, man.
It don't be no garbage islands like that, man. Wow, they show you scale of Texas, and where's the garbage island?
Right here.
It's right there.
That's it. So it's damn near as big as Texas.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous, man. It's bigger than fucking Hawaii.
And it's not the only one too. It's other patches too. Yeah,
man, for the record. These animals, you kill them, they gonna be on your ass in the kingdom. That's right. Everybody gonna be on your ass. Other nations, Israel, these animals. Hey, the bird ain't gonna wake up like, man, what the fuck this nigga done did? Yeah. Oh man, no, fuck that. See, now that's the size of it today. It's twice the size of Texas, man, and it's continually getting added onto. And now that China is not taking people's garbage anymore, they scrambling to figure out what to do with all this garbage, man. Okay, so you know it's falling up. And go ahead,
if you ever seen Futurama, they had an episode where they send all the fucking trash in space because the Earth couldn't sustain it anymore. And then in the episode, the trash ball was flying toward the back of the Earth.
Hey, that's the same dude that did The Simpsons.
It is.
Yeah. George, something. I know who you're talking about. Mike Judge.
No, Mike Judge.
He's
269,000 tons.
This is behind
of plastic trash. They said this is wait a minute, no, this is different. This is tons of garbage that swept down the Los Angeles River after a storm.
Wow.
They ain't even talking about that. This is just Los Angeles alone.
And that's the spirit. Wow. Because what? All this plastic, it breeds death. So when you got these hurricanes and tsunamis and shit, it's just like death is being swept up into these land masses, man. What that breeds what? Dead animals. Dead animals breed disease and pestilence, man. And that's when you got these storms and shit, all that disease and pestilence and death is being spread towards these land masses, man. And it's gonna be a very bad scenario, man. For everybody, man.
That's why in this book, Native American Indian, Dad called Esau Octosos, meaning the curse. He's literally the curse of the entire earth. He said that he's Octosos, and he's a curse. He's literally the curse. That's right. And if I get this precept back,
you see why they erased that language real quick.
Yeah, right. This Isaiah 24. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up now. The earth fades and fades away. The world languages and fades away. The haughty people of the earth do language.
Brother, speak up a little bit, brother. So read that again about the shop.
This Isaiah 24 and 4. The earth mourners and fades away. The world languages and fades away. The haughty people of the earth do language. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore has the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and human left.
They got these kids, and some of them like Jake, going to salvaging shit to go hustle in trash. You know what I'm saying? So they go and collecting it in bags, so they're not trying to get rid of the trash. They're trying to make them some money off of some trash.
You destroyed the earth, man. The name of the earth was Eden, man. A paradise, pleasant. And you fucked everything up.
Yeah, because he butt hurt ass devil mad about birth.
And if this ain't evidence of it, man, this is actually sickening and depressing.
Yep.
To even look at, man.
Because this is what happens. Look at this. Yeah. That animal was supposed to be fucking with that shit. No, he's supposed to be trying to eat the fish or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This shit is fucked, bro.
Yeah.
So you gotta pay for all this.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking depressing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta pay for all that, man. Like I said, but Esau's in that they're in that fucking mind state because they're that Edomite husband whose wife is leaving him for someone else, especially if it was a damn Jake. He decides he's gonna go home and
blow everybody away.
He gonna kill everybody.
They said, so if I can't have it, I'm gonna fuck this motherfucker up.
Right. He go home, kill her, kill the kids, and kill himself.
That's what I said. All about that, mad about that blessing. So if I can't have it, nobody can.
Yeah. And that's his mindset. Any last precept?
I got one.
Bring it up, brother.
This is Psalms 7. I ended off with the last three. Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate.
Yeah, so he tripped and fell like down the hill into that ditch.
Yep.
Bring it right on back.
Bring it on back.
Close it out the way it started.
Full circle.
Right. Read that again, brother.
This is Psalms chapter 7 and verse 15.
Go right to the middle when they really getting into it. Read it again.
Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Wow, so this is pretty violent dealings right here, man. Oh yeah. They said they get that fool right there is laid. He was knocked out. That's when they were treating. Because right there, he just rolling because the hill gravity is making him roll. Yeah. That motherfucker's out, man. Look at that. He ain't talking about he don't want to go to school. That nigga know where he was.
You see, he was lumped up. Your pate is the top of your head, right, man. And this is representative of Esau's fall from grace, man.
Yeah, that's it. He's gonna get, the Lord do make him pay. He's gonna get double.
Yeah, we're gonna do that shit, except the hill gonna be full of glass and spikes and shit.
Verse 17, it says, I will praise Yahweh Shai according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of Yahweh the Most High.
God, and you assholes ain't gonna get no nice block of cheese in about a meter. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to you. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, to our brothers. We give salutations and above the ball.
That's right. Keep on. Turn the machines back on.